Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome back to another Wednesday live stream with the obviously new look stream. Still in process. Hope everything's working all right. Still had a few technical problems again today. I've had an absolute nightmare with this, honestly, but we're back again. Hopefully working well. So yeah, just covering what subjects we're talking about in this stream. So we'll be discussing the new Transformers film as well. No real details yet, but we're talking about, what's your view on it? What would you like to see? Is it going to be a Bayfarmers film? Will it be more like the Bumblebee film? So yeah, you can put your ideas in the chat, what you'd like it to be about. And someone made a good point in my VIP chat about what they would like, and I agree with that, and we'll talk a bit about that. Well, we're talking about the new features coming to the channel this year, some of the plans. Still holding some secrets back. We're not going to give away everything, but some big plans for the channel this year. And then obviously, as the thumbnail suggests, sorry if you caught the old thumbnail, there's no big reveal this week. I didn't update it in time for Discord. But we'll be talking about cores and whether you would really level a core to level 20. Is it really worth it because of the amount of cores it takes? And is it better to use all your cores rather than just one? And which cores are more important to level? So yeah, talking all about cores basically, and core management in teams as well, how hard that is and how important it is, really, yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're going to talk about the newsletter as usual, so I'll switch to there, 1 second. So, can everyone see that newsletter? Is it too small? I've had a few people in tests saying it was maybe a bit too small. I think on a tablet it'll look alright, but I think on a phone you may struggle. But I've got a backup if no one can see it. Apologies, excuse me. So, this week's event. So, yes, the 3 times 500,000 troop XP is back. Very happy about that. It's very good for lower end players, something requested by the playtesters quite a bit, and very glad that's been put in there again. 1 times gold power core, again that's okay for lower players. It's fusing material for higher up players. 20 million energon and alloy and energon. So yes, again that's aimed towards lower players. Again, brilliant event for those sort of people. 50,000 spark, 50,000 combined spark, 50,000 combat spark, 1,000 4-star shards, 3,000 3-star shards, and 10k premiums. So very much geared towards lower end players trying to get up the ranks. Very happy about that. Anything we can do to sort of improve that and get lower players up faster. Excuse me, got a bug in my throat. The usual battle zones. Then we've got the. It's actually a 30k event. It's changed. I think they've added some more total sparks on. But you can see there that the XP is 2,500. I think it's 5.5. Yeah, 5.7, and then 8.9. So yeah, and then yeah, some decent rewards. Yeah. The usual total spark crystals, as usual. And then yes, it's been confirmed that the new combiners are weeks away. No, we haven't started testing yet. I get asked this a lot. I cannot wait till these combiners are here and I can finally stop being asked when is Computron coming, because even Grind Time messaged me the other day and I said to him, how long's a piece of string? When you find that out, tell me. Because yeah, we finally got an answer. And now I know the next question is going to be, how long is it going to be for Overlord's part? And I don't know. I really don't know. Must have been asked 100 times and I still don't know, guys. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not lying to you. I don't know. This was as much surprise to me, and I'm sure Energy Hoist will back me up. This was taken out the newsletter, which I don't know why. It's not like it's a massive secret, but yeah. Yeah, so glad it's still the 5 pieces. I think they sort of give that away earlier than it would, and I get some people are saying, but there's some bots that have got 6 in past combiners, but hey, that's in the past. So what? Well, it is for me. But yeah, it's good that they've kept it 5 and 5. And yeah, so Computron and obviously Lao cards are coming to the game in probably the next saga. So yes, very excited for that. I've been saving my spark for this and no idea about the abilities yet, but I can't wait. Yes, and we know that Snapdragon's coming to the game next. Again, I'm kind of happy he's a mercenary, kind of not. He's a con. He is. I don't care what they say, he is. But I'm happy that, you know, I'm planning on going for the leaderboard and I'll get Snapdragon because him and 8face are my favourite bots. More 8face to be fair, but still I love the Horicons. Super pleased that we have the chance as bots to get them, even though I don't morally agree with it. But yeah. And yes, we have a big thing happening this weekend, and I said to you guys that we have some big plans, and this has been made about a month ago. We decided to do this, and I talked to Dale about it, and it was kind of Dale's idea, and I was just talking about some plans for the channel, and he said, well, why don't we do an interview? I was like, hey, let's do it. I think that, you know, if you're in Discord, VIP, you know Dale, you can't not. But I think outside of that, there's still people in the stream that are saying, who's this guy on some of the Ape streams? So, yeah, I think it'd be good for everyone to get to know this guy and get to know Dale. He's a really cool guy. I've talked to him quite a bit and quite a lot about the game. We've had Zoom meetings with the playtesters. So, yeah, very cool guy. Very excited to have him on the channel. And, yeah, if you've got any questions, make sure you go to my Discord server. I have a section where you can type any questions, and some of the best questions will be asked live on stream. We'll be also taking some questions on stream as well, but obviously they will be guaranteed. And we'll only be picking the best questions. I'm getting some questions asking when will we fix Prime and things like that, and although he can't really answer those, he can pass them on to the apes, but don't forget he's not involved in the programming. He's simply the Discord manager and community manager, so anything around community, anything around Discord, any suggestions for the game to improve it, he's your man. He's the guy to go to. If there's something wrong with the game, you can ask him, could we address this, but he couldn't give you an answer when it will be fixed, if that makes sense, because he's not the guy doing it. He will go to the apes and say, this is an issue that's been brought up, can we look at it, and they will decide. We've got a few more people already lined up for interviews. I'm not going to say who. Some will be familiar faces to a lot of people here, some won't be, but they are huge people in terms of Transformers community and the game, so they will be coming to the game as well. Cool. And I've realised I get carried away with this every time. We've not said our hellos. How dare I? So we've obviously got the Crusher 11, who was first in the chat. Jason Rowley was second. Well done. And now it looks like we're doing a countdown because we've got Jamie Ajada in third. How's it going? We've got Bruticus in fourth and fifth. We're going to end up in 20th the way we're going on. Eddie Lee and Grind Time, welcome to the stream as well. Jonathan Mullins, how's it going? Welcome. David Rollinger. And Autobot Phil, how's it going? Big D. I think Big D won the trivia as well. So congratulations if it's the same Big D. I think it is. So yeah, congratulations as well. Brandon Lake as well. Engineer Hoist, how's it going? Make sure you go and check out Engineer Hoist's channel. He does a stream soon after mine. So go and check that out. It's cool just to watch my stream, chill out for half hour or so, go and watch Hoist stream. That's pretty much what happens. Then we've got Joseph Torillo as well. We've got Gerrit Janzeggers. I hope that's right. You know what? I've known this guy for years, and I hope I pronounced his name right. John Eric Schollern. Oh my god. Someone needs help with these Dutch names, honestly. I presume they're Dutch anyway. We've got Silverbot94 as well, one of our moderators. Who else have we got? We've got Bert Sherbert. We have Cyber Dan. I like your emote. That's what you'll call it. We've got Trevor Knight, Blue Grimlock, one of our other moderators as well. We've got Gozza. How's it going, brother? We've got Timdar as well. I think that's everyone. Cool. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. Yeah, cool. Okay. So let's go on to the game. Okay, so talking about the new Transformers film that's coming out. So I'm hoping it's not a Bayformers film, but I think it will be. I really hope it's not. And someone mentioned in the chat that, you know, people want to see what happened to Unicron, and I do, but after seeing what they've done in the past, I know I'm going to be disappointed. I know I am. I can imagine Unicron not transforming and him turning into a Morris Minor or something. I don't know. I could just imagine it being really, really poor. I'm not looking forward to that. But if Michael Bay's directing it, we know what we're getting. We know it's going to be awful. But if someone else is directing it, there's a chance. But you know, I thought Bumblebee was all right. The only thing that bothered me about Bumblebee was the fact that the Decepticons I'd pretty much never heard of. Blitzwing looked like Starscream. So, you know, there's some aspects of it that really need improving. You know, and I've always said that the problem with Transformers films is there's not a lot of Transformers in them. That's the problem. But Bumblebee movie was alright. You know, we saw a lot of Bumblebee, and that's what it needs. But I think it was Silverbolt actually that brought something up in the VIP chat. And he said that they could literally make a film out of the first 10 minutes of the Bumblebee film. And that's what they need to do. That is what they need to do. They need to set it on Cybertron and do a story about how the Transformers were... they first come about. You know, the days of the Guardian robots, things like that. Yes, Chris Taylor, a B sequel, so to speak. But not about Bumblebee. But, you know, about Cybertron and about how the war started, maybe. That's a film that people would watch. And you can say, oh yeah, but only the Transformers people would watch it. But no, it'd be so full of action. It really would, and I think that's the way to go. And so many people are crying out for that. I don't get why it's not happening. I really don't get it. You know, but the problem is there's too many humans in it. Let's be honest, all the worst, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I doubt many people will disagree with me, but the worst Transformers episodes are the ones about humans. So you've got Only Human, where the Transformers turn into humans. I'm pretty sure it's got Only Human. Was awful. The Girl That Loved Powerglide was awful. Money Isn't Everything. I think that's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah. Awful. There was hardly any Transformers in it. I mean, you want to watch Transformers, you want to see Transformers, not humans. And yes, I get humans are going to be a part of it, and they want actors in and things like that, and I understand that. There was even actors, you know, humans in the Transformers, you know, in the first series, and yeah, but they weren't the main part of it. They were a bit part, and the main part was Transformers, and that's the way it should be. And I'm hoping that's the way it is. Hopefully it's not Michael Bay. Hopefully it's not a follow-on from the last Transformers. And then there's hope. But I can't see it. Autobop, Hasim says, one of the best episodes. Autobop, which one was that one? I'm very good at knowing all the cartoons, but very poor with the names. Here's a question: what was the best episode? And if anyone says one from season 3, then you're in trouble. Brandon Lace, but we need a solid backstory that everyone can be exposed to. Yes, but there is a backstory there already. There's a backstory ready to be made, and all they need to do is just deliver it. That's it. Jamie Ojeda reckons they're doing 3 Transformers films. I thought they were doing 1, and then they cancelled it, and then they brought another one out or something. They decided to go think, yeah. NJ Hoyce has put Hoyce goes to Hollywood, clearly. Obviously, yeah. I do like War Dawn, so well, it is one of my favourites. Or SOS Dinobots. Yes, Wreck and Rule, War Dawn as well, I agree. Yes. I do like War Dawn, it is very cool. I mean, come on. Dinobots, Constructicons, what's not to like? Which one is Autobop? Cyberdan's put it as well. Which one's Autobop? Come on. You need to put me out of misery. I'm going to pause the stream and go and look on Google. NJ Hoist loves the Golden Lagoon episode. Yeah, me too. You know what? I had Beachcomber, original G1. I've still got him, but the tyres have all been chewed off when I was a kid. And yeah, I love that episode just for Beachcomber. I think the story is not that good, but yeah, there were some cool characters in there. Yeah. Return of Optimus Prime. Oh, I don't know. I get it. It is cool. There's a lot of cool Transformers in it, but I think any Transformers episode with Rodimus in it is pretty poor. I was saying it's a grind time. that I was going through batch 1 and grind time said, oh, you know what, batch wasn't too bad. I was like, no, I wouldn't really want Grim. I definitely don't want Sunstreaker, sadly. I know I want Sunstreaker just because he's Sunstreaker, but he's not that good. And I really don't want Hot Rod. And then grind time said, Hot Rod's actually not that bad. I said, yeah, but he killed Optimus. So regardless, he could be the best bot in the game, but because he killed Optimus, I don't want him. He can rot. Watch this now. We'll talk about this in a minute, but you watch. I'll pull him. You watch. Soundwave was using radio waves. Hit 9. Oh yeah, right. Okay, yeah, yeah. No, not a big fan. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, not a big fan. But yeah. So I'm gonna talk to Dale about this a bit more and try and get a idea of exactly what we're gonna do. But I don't think even he knows yet. But the story is, I announced it last stream as well. Last stream was a rumor. This time it's fact. 5-star, 5 years. We've actually got it happening. It's gonna happen. How is it gonna happen? We're not too sure yet. People have been asking for 5,000 shards, but I think the apes are a bit leaning away from that. They're not really happy about that. But yeah, a 5-star for 5 years is really cool. I'm hoping it's only maybe 5,000 or 6,000 points for it. I can imagine it being more, but for me, if you're going to do a big event like this and celebrate 5 years, you want all the players to be able to get to it. So if it's any more than 600k, it makes it really difficult for lower players, and for me, I want HQ 14 players to even be able to get this 5-star. I really do. I think it's huge for the game. I think it's a huge plus on the 8's part, and I'm not gonna lie, I've had people in my Discord asking me many a time saying, oh, can we get a free 5-star? I'm like, nope, ain't gonna happen, never gonna happen, don't even waste your breath. Someone else, what about 5,000 5-star shards as a prize? I'm like, keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. It ain't happening. And then when it got suggested on Discord, I looked at it, went, nah, it ain't gonna happen still. Nice idea, nice ring to it, but it ain't gonna happen. And then it just took a life of its own, and I think that a couple of people suggested it first, and it sort of got ignored because people thought it was ridiculous. And then a good friend of mine, Parables, who's in Scorched Earth, put it on the suggestion channel, and I think it got something like 400 or 500 likes. It was unanimous. I mean, obviously it's going to be because everyone loves 5 stars, but you know, so many people, you know, put their vote on it to say let's make this happen, that the apes couldn't ignore it. And yeah, and it happened, you know. And I can see Cyberdan's put, you know, Powerblast pushed for it, but he didn't. You guys did. Or, you know, if you're in Discord server, the Discord server did. He put the suggestion in there, but the amount of people that liked it and talked about it, those are the people that push this. You know, if you're not happy with something, let it be known, and it will get fixed if enough people back it up. And I'm not saying starts. I don't like these, you know, let's strike and not spend, because all that happens is some people don't spend and other people do and take advantage of it, and it doesn't work. So movements like that aren't going to work. But if there's something in the game that you really want addressing and it needs, you know, it needs backup, the more people get behind it, the better. It can't be ignored. But yeah, the way it's looking is it can be any 5-star without the new batch. So you can't pick a batch. I've had people going, oh, I'm going to go batch 2 then. No. It's not going to be like that, I don't think. From what I've heard, it's going to be, you have a 5-star crystal and you get our 5-star. Any 5-star you haven't got. I talked to Dale about those that have got all the 5-stars. They're going to work something out. I think there's only about 10 people in the game, but still, they need something. But yeah, there's a, you know, it's definitely a good thing that the EA have done this, you know, and there's a need for this in the game, for some, you know, big prizes for big events like this. And I think that Black Friday needs something better. Christmas, I think Christmas was alright last year, was it? I can't remember, but yeah, I think Christmas needs something big as well. You know, these big events, you know, the anniversary and things like that, they need something like this, you know, to celebrate it. And yeah, so the next push I'll be doing will be for Black Friday, so bundles would be bettered again. They were better last year because I think they included the bot shards, but then that's become the norm. So doing that again this year is just the norm. I don't agree with just the rotating bundles. everyone's got most of the bots now. They need something else, some kind of better value. You know, I did like they did the best bots of 2019 or 20, I think 19, I think it was. You know, I think they should do this year's the best bots of 2020. All the most recent bots. Why not do it? But yeah, exactly. Yeah, not just rotating bot bundles. They need something else. But yeah, that's another story though. Looking forward to that. And yeah, I'm glad they're doing it, and I can't wait. And that's why I said earlier, you watch, I'll pull Hot Rod. You watch, I'll be pretty fuming if I pull Hot Rod. Rodimus, I know it's kind of the same person, but I don't mind him as much because he was, I don't know. For me, I think Rodimus was awful. I'm kind of glad he was because it proves that Optimus was better. But Hot Rod was just a punk, wasn't he? Let's be honest. But yeah, looking forward to that. Cannot wait. Computron coming. We'll probably get a 4-star crystal for that. Every year they do it. It's not a guaranteed 4-star non-dupe. I've seen that a few times. It's a guaranteed 4-star, but not a non-dupe. But you will get. I'll go out on a limb and say that they will do a 4-star event next saga, probably the end of the saga actually, for a Computron or for a Lao Kaiser part. So that'd be pretty cool. Everyone gets a new 4-star. New 5-star batch coming out. I think it'll be out in time for the leaderboard. I'm going to go out on a limb again and say it's nearly there. I still think it needs some more improvements to some of the bots. We're in a sort of back and forth with the apes, whether it could happen or not, and whether it should happen, without saying too much. But yeah, again, I just want what's right for all players. That's what I've always done, and hopefully, they can make a really good batch out of this. I'm hoping. And yeah, then obviously, then you got the 5-star for 5 years. So some big things happened to the game. The apes have already said they're going to improve wars, probably over the summer or later. So yeah, onwards and upwards. Really happy with the way the game's going, and let it last as long as possible. Yeah, cool. So yeah, talk about, like I said, things coming to the channel this year. So we've started the top 10 sort of we'll call it a saga, but top 10, what's the word for it? You know, I forgot. Playlist. There's going to be a lot of top 10s coming. So we've got top 10 bots. There's going to, at the minute, in my server, we're doing the top 10 most underrated bots. So if there's 3 bots that you think are underrated in the game, go in my Discord, find that section, and go and put your views in there. If we get to 230 votes, I think I've said once we get to 300, we'll do 20 Sunstreaker Wozza Sash crystals. At the minute, because if we hit 200, we're only giving away 10. So if we get another 70 people putting their view in the server on their most underrated bots, just 3 choices, we'll give away an extra 10 Sunstreaker Wozza Sash crystals. So the more people take part, the more we give away. Simple as that. And yeah, so that'll be coming in the next few weeks as well. And then after that, I'm waiting for the buff to the rushing bots. That's looking really good. I'm quite happy with that. I need to do a bit more testing with it, but I like the way they're going, and hopefully they can come back into the meta again. So you're looking at the likes of Jumpstream, Scrapper and Pipes, and Bludgeon, Ironhide. Who else is in it? Pyro Magna and Bone Crusher, Slug and dunno. Can't remember the current alternative, but Hotspot is not in there. Grimlock is not in there. Goldfire is not in there. They're already overpowered. They're already good bots anyway. This is for bots that are really, really poor in the game. But really happy the way it's going. Oh, Sideswipe and Off-Road are in there as well. So all these bots are getting an improvement now. And we've started that. We're about halfway through, I think. And they're looking really cool as well. So I'm waiting until that is done. And then I will do the top 10 worst bots in the game. And I think the idea behind this is, yeah, it's a bit of an alternative motive. You know, I want the apes to see the ones that people like and the ones that aren't good enough. I also want new players to be able to go and watch these videos and see that when they've pulled this bot, right, okay, I know them 10 bots, I know sound, I can go and level them. I can go and level them. I can put lots of spark in them. I know they're great. And then the top 10 worst bots, they can look at that and go, well, maybe I shouldn't put as much effort into him and look at my other bots. And that's the idea behind it. You know, it's not just for, you know, just for fun and laughs, but you know, it's also just a bit of seriousness to try and help lower players out again. So yeah, there'll be more of them, and then we're also doing more interviews, like I said, and I've got something else planned, and I'm sure Grind Time won't mind me saying that we've got something planned together that me and Grind Time are going to do. It's going to be quite fun. It's going to be, if you're in my Discord, you'll probably have an idea what it is already. But yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. And yeah. And Grind Times as who's leading the donation leaderboard. Yes, well, while we're on the subject, we have had a few subscribers, which is a bit weird. I looked at it and we've had, I think it's 15 new subscribers in the past week. But it's only showing 3 on my alerts. But anyway, the 3 people that are my alerts, the 3 latest subscribers are Hannah Elia, Aurelio Cadena, I think, and Mert Avicii, who's the latest subscriber. So don't forget, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, if you want to get your name on the stream, then all you got to do is subscribe. It pops up on the screen that you're subscribed and you are part of the stream. So yeah. And then obviously we've got super chats where people can super chat and get your message shown and make sure your message gets heard. So if there's a certain message that you really need urgent answering, or if there's a message you just want reading out on stream, then super chat is the way to do it. And then obviously you've got just donations as well. But I have said that super chats, YouTube take a massive cut of that, but donations they don't. So yeah, if you've got a massive question, I'd advise maybe do a super chat. But if you just want to donate, guys, then you can do in the donation link in the channel. There will be a bot to advertise that eventually with a link, but it's not working. I think it only works in Twitch at the minute, so I need to work that out for YouTube. But yeah, that'll be coming as well. But I appreciate everyone. But yes, Grind Time is top of the leaderboard. I can actually get the leaderboard up. And no, it's not showing. But when you go into the to donate, it does cut the leaderboard, and yes, I know Grind Time is top. That's the only person it's coming up with. But yeah, hey. But yeah, thanks to Grind Time for donating again, and he pushed me over the edge to go and compete in leaderboards. So we will be doing an extra long stream, I think. I'm not too sure the wife's happy because it means that I'm taking over the living room for a good few hours. But hey, leaderboard. Oh, and Grind Time has tipped another $5. Thank you. So you can see there, guys, that any tips, any subscriptions, and any super chats come on the screen. But thank you, Grind Time. You're already at the top. You don't need to, but I appreciate it anyway. He's just cementing that top position. Typical Grind Time. Doesn't like to lose. But yeah, we'll be doing top 5, sorry, for leaderboard this leaderboard. So yeah, can't wait for that. It's gonna be exciting. And we'll talk a little bit later about who we're gonna level and what we're gonna do. Ask your questions as well. What's your plans for leaderboard? What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna level? What points are you gonna do? You know, we ask this question all the time. It just interests me, you know, to see what people are doing out there. And so yeah, and sort of what HQ level you are. So yeah, cool. Okay, so going on to core management and the importance of core management. So for me, there's certain cores I would not do without. So we'll have a look at those. And I'll talk about reasons why. I don't look through all the prime cores, so I've done that in the past. And I can't even find my my own. Oh, it's there. That's behind that. That's why. So for me, in terms of cores, you can't go wrong with prime cores. You need this at a decent level. Personally, I'd say 17 probably the max, maybe 18 at a push. But to give you an idea, so this is at level 18. So to get this at one level, let's have a look. To give you an idea, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Make sure I cancel that. 11 G metal cores to go up. Sorry, I didn't check. Give me a second. 1%. 1% damage for 11 G metals is awful. It doesn't work for me. and you know it gets worse as you go to level 19 as well. So for those guys that have got level 20 cores that have put 20 G metals into this, you know, it's ridiculous the amount of cores they put in. It's such an achievement to get them to level, you know, to level 20. And I see some people that will level 1 core, and so you might level Megatronus and go, yeah, I'm gonna level Megatronus because I use Star Saber and it's brilliant with him. But then in 9 months time you might not be using Star Saber. You might be dropping it for someone else and not using Megatronus. So you need to be careful which cores you really choose, and you know, really be, you know, make it a calculated decision. And for me, I would never go without Quintus and Alpha Trion. I would never, ever go without those two. This offers so much protection, and you know, it helps your team tremendously. It saved me on so many occasions where there's been beam lasers and cannons and turrets left over, and they just can't deal with the amount of Sharticons coming at them. And then you've got Alpha Trion, which 1 ability point every 10 seconds, so my battles normally last about 2.5 minutes, sorry. So that's 60, 120, 115 ability points extra that I get, which is ridiculous if you think about it. And you know, that's one core that, you know, you can possibly upgrade. I think it goes down to 9.5 seconds, I think. Yes, 9.5, so at level, you know, it'll go up 1 second every 2 levels, 1 ability points. Yeah, sorry, 1 second less every 2 levels. So 17 is good. Like I said, every 10 seconds it rounds it off, and it takes a lot of cores to get there. And you know, the cores like Vector that I leveled up a lot and I don't use anymore, and it's at level 17. You got to think the amount of cores that you've put in for that, you know, and you know, you've just got to be careful, guys. That's all I'm saying with your cores. And just think, it's better to have 3 cores at level 16 than 1 at level 18 and 2 at level 10. Because you're going to get a lot of difference between 10 and 16, but very little for 1 level. So, you know, try and spread it out a bit more, guys. Don't just focus on 1. Don't put all your eggs in 1 basket, and then you're sort of stuck really with that 1 core, and you know, what happens then? Bruticus has asked, what about Amalgamus? Yeah, great on Cheeto, great on any bot that, you know, spends a long time transformed. But I've just dropped my Cheeto for Jetfire, sadly. And again, I was talking about this as well, about about analysing your own teams, and really analysing and getting down and thinking, what does my team lack? So when I was fighting in Prime League and I was losing some wars, I was like, why am I losing some wars? What's the problem? I've got an AoE bot in Blades. We'll go look at the team anyway, and I'll talk about that as well. Talk about core management from that point of view.
Autobots,
quick drink.
Roll out.
And my Sunstreaker cup. Wrong way. Oh my god, I picked up Mirage Jakes. Sorry, not Sunstreaker, Mirage. Ah well, you won't know. Well, whoever watches this, but I doubt he will. So, yeah, so I had Cheeto here, and I was thinking, what am I lacking? So, I had an AoE bot in Goldfire and Sacrifice bot. I had an Outpost Popper. I had someone to protect my squad. I had someone else to protect my squad, and also a gunner. I had an AoE bot. I had 2 healers, but I didn't have a one-shot, and that's what I was missing. And Cheeto was great at clearing areas, but sometimes the MDS was causing me problems, and I struggled to take it out. I'd use Blaze to distract it. I'd throw some minions at it, and I found that I was using, say, 10 or 11 ability points to take out 1 MDS, and then running out of points. So I was like, yeah, I need a one-shot, and that's why I kept pulling from that batch, why I wanted him. And yeah, now I've got him. I wouldn't take him off or anything. You just need that one shot. So we've got an AoE bot. We've got a one shot. My next protocol is taking this guy out. Maybe this guy. I do love first aid, but I do not want to chase the 5-star. And that's for a clear up bot. Because after Goldfire, after Blades can clear up. But he's quite expensive quite quickly. So I need a cleanup bot. But who's to take out? I can't take this guy out. I can't take this guy out unless I'm replacing him for another tank. I won't take a tank out. There is a guy in my alliance that runs one tank. Goldfire, one tank, and all gunners and healers, which is impressive, but not for me. So yeah, 2 tanks are going to stay. So we'll look at these guys, and like I said, these 2 aren't going anywhere. This guy ain't going nowhere. So it's one of the 4 stars. It's got to be. The question is who? Don't know. I like the fact having 2 healers. Clear up bot like Cheeto. No, I'm thinking more like Smokescreen. You know, where defenses have left a bit of health left. Sometimes there's been an MDS where it's got like 5% health, and I've used Jetfire because I haven't got a cleanup bot. I've had to use a one-shot, so it's just not effective. Again, it's just using your team and thinking, is my team as effective, as efficient as it can be? And right now, like I said, it is in every sort of aspect apart from a cleanup bot. So I do need some sort of cleanup bot. Will that be the new triple changer? Who knows? Because again, it's a 4-star. We want to get some 5 stars in there. We've got 5 stars already. Will it Bumblebee? Will Bumblebee be a cleanup bot? Will impact it? Who knows? Like I said, will it be Swoop? I'm not too keen on Swoop's health though, so we don't know. Don't know. We can't do the pew pew until we use him. We can't. It's not fair on him. We can't do it without him being here. I can see Jason Rose talked about the Nexus core. We can talk about that as well while we talk about core management. I don't mind. Hashim's asked, why have I swapped Vector for Liège? So, it all started. You can see a story coming here now. It all started, I think I've shown it on my Discord. When I was at Ark, and apologies for the last stream when I forgot their name. I was corrected quite quickly. I apologise. I couldn't believe it. I was just caught up in the moment. But when I was at Ark and I was facing Cyberops, I got a message off someone, one of my old players, my old teammates, and said, yeah, I watched this, enjoy it. And basically they soloed my base with Starsaber. They sent Starsaber straight to my HQ, popped Cheeto and Blades, and now Blades is absolutely ridiculous. He's level 64 with top shot, so doing 670 DPS and then adding on 110 of that in an area, then you know you're talking crazy DPS, ridiculous what he does. And between Cheeto and Top Shot, they killed the HQ themselves, destroyed the HQ, and I thought, wow, that's crazy, crazy powerful. And then the talk of you know, like backdoor attacks, things like that. I thought, well, Liège, the more powerful outpost bots there is, the more effective Liège becomes. And the problem with Vector is, I was getting people creating anti-Goldie bases, and it was getting harder to start in a position which was safe for your squad, and also getting the most area coverage with Goldfire as well. It was hard to do both, and I fought the battle for Vector for a long time, and I just don't need it. I don't need those 8 bots. At HQ 18, I may need it as you know, as the bases get harder. But as it is right now, then it's you know, there's enough healing there, there's enough protection there. It doesn't really need it. So yeah, we took Vector off. We put the Age on, and it works really well. But I think that Goldfire needs some sort of shield for ability 11, because against some high level bases, he could die within 2 sweeps. He really can, and it's hard. What I try and do is I try and get up. So for example, on my map, off at a tangent, but we're still talking cores. But so looking at my base, how I do Goldie on that, for example, when it loads. So it's a bit hard in this base, I'll be honest with you. It's designed that way. I'd want to get up, pop these outposts, and get down here again. You want to get back down again. So when you put your combiner, you stay in this area, and then it gets cleared, and it clears an area for your bots to battle that they're out of danger. So yeah. So yeah, I've gone with the Age. It's working really well. My walk team doesn't need him. after that's happened. As long as my bots stay alive on the launch pad, then all is well. And I think we're up to, I think it's up to 12 or 13. I think we're up to 12, I think it is. 12 300s in a row now. And yeah, you can see there that we've only just got the one base. I won't go through the scores. Grind time's obviously 300 it. Well done. But we got one attack on the commander, and that'll be my 13th 300 in a row. I'm not going to do it live against a top base like that, against a top alliance. Not on the PC. It's just, I'm not super, you know, effective on the PC right now. I'll be honest with you. I'm much better on a tablet, and I just don't want to ruin that streak. I don't want to ruin the points for the team, so I'll be doing that afterwards. But yeah, looking to be a good war. They've took the lead, but I'm sure we'll catch up and give them a good war. Regardless, some people run ahead, some people take the time, and yeah, be a good war regardless. So going back to cores. So obviously you've only got 8 bots, so you can't fit all these cores in. So you've got to really pick and choose. And you can see there that. Oh, thank you, Wreck and Rule, for super chatting. Very much appreciated. Don't forget as well, once you donate your $20, you get access to the VIP section of the Discord server. And don't forget, when you do a super chat, you can put a message as well. So if you want to put a message in there, hey, it can be thanks for the content, Wozza. It can be a question. It can be anything. But yeah, if you super chat, don't forget, you can put that message in there as well and make sure it gets read out on stream. But yes, thank you, Wreck and Rule. Thanks for the donation. Really appreciated. So yeah, it's hard to get all these cores in. You're talking Grand Theft Auto notifications really loud. Okay, I will look at that after the stream. But yeah, really loud. I like his put. Okay, well we'll check on that, and I'll try and get the volume turned down. Maybe it's the rest of the one too low or something. I'll have to work it out anyway. But yeah, thanks. So you can see there that on my team we've got Quintus, Micronus, Alpha Trion, Primer, Liège. We've got 5 there. That's everything that's on my team. So that only leaves 3 more places for normal cores that aren't prime cores. Prime cores are massive for your team. I'd advise everyone to try and get as many prime cores in as possible. It's not always feasible, but yeah, the more you get in, the more powerful you will be. I promise you. But it's having a switch and change round and just knowing what's best. So again, going through to my team. So in terms of healers, I do like to have healing cores on, just to give them that extra healing. So we've got obviously got Rung, and we've obviously got a healing core on there. So that's 1 core that we've got on. Then we've got first aid, and then we've got another healing core. So we've got 5 prime cores. We've got 2 healing cores. We've only got place for 1 more core. So it's very hard to balance these and decide what you're going to put in, because that 1 core is, when I find him, enhanced ordnance for Jetfire, which I think is necessary because it can one-shot anything now. On hard mode, it can one-shot MDS, a beam laser round launcher next to a shield generator, but not a mortar. But yeah, anything else it can one-shot. And not shock towers, obviously, and cannons, things like that, but no one really one-shots them really. They're not really as important. So yeah, that's my core set. So, you know, things like rejuvenates, things like vitalities, things like that, there's no room for them really. You know, you've got to try and get all them prime cores in, but then, you know, you could easily fit another prime core in somewhere, but then are you going to take off, find it, a healing core, which means you get less healing? You could do that, but then you're substituting healing for something else. And that again is down to analysing your team and just thinking, what does my team like? Am I timing out? What does my team need? Am I timing out on bases? Do I need more firepower? Is it combats? Is it cores? Then it's a question of, am I dying? Do I need more healing in my team? Do I need more protection in my team? Am I struggling to pop outposts? Do I need an outpost popper? And just when you're battling your wars and in your things, and especially when you fail, look at why you failed, and not because of deployment or something like that. Yes, you can fail for deployment, but look at it and go, right, okay, what caused the problem there? Why did I lose? Okay, that MDS caused me problems. How can I get rid of the MDS? I can't stun it, so I need to get rid of it. What, am I missing a one-shot? Have I got a gunner that I can level and it can one-shot? Am I missing a bit of protection? So do I need tracks? Do I need a second healer? There's so many people that I see battling and they're losing and they go, what am I doing wrong? And I say, well, you're using one healer, try two. Oh no, I'm not trying that. Why? Why not? Are you embarrassed by using two healers because you think that you shouldn't have to? I don't know. If it works, it works. You know, don't question it. Don't think that you're too good to use two healers. If it's good enough for some of the top players in the game, then it's good enough for anyone, you know. Smiles has put, when I fail, I know it's because I'm too weak. But is it though? Because I've seen guys beat some top bases with some very good tactics, having the right bots. I mean, to give you an idea, I've got a 32k team, and I've seen guys with 40k teams struggle in Prime League. I really have. And that's no lie, I'm not making it up. I'm sure Grind Time will back me up. How many people in our alliance, you know, struggle with better teams than me? Quite a few. And it's just, mine's better balance. That's all it is. You've got to get a balance. And Grind Time's put there, it was so hard to switch to two healers. And I said to Grind Time, I was like, you've got to go two healers. Just try it. Try this. Try it. I mean, I've known Grind Time a long time. When I talked to Grind Time, I hope you don't mind me saying this, that he was struggling a bit. I don't mean struggling like losing on base 1, but he wasn't consistent in 300s. And he used a Warpath team, I think, pretty much. And I said, listen, try this. You've got the bots for it. Just need a bit of leveling. Try this. And he was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I've been giving this team for a while. I was like, trust me, just try this. And I think his exact words were, this is a cheat code. I think that's the words to that effect. Because two healers just keep your bots alive for so long. It's crazy, honestly. And someone wise said to me a long time ago, about a year or two ago, there's a lot to be said for having a solid walk team. Because the apes don't really address healers. They don't really go for them. They don't want to. They don't want teams of all, like, you know, just running 8 high-level bots. They know healers, you know, they know healers account for a lot and help a lot of guys out. So having a walk team matters a lot. And you know, I advise anyone to have a sort of walk team. I know sacks are big at the minute, but I know that sacks will come out the meta like anything. They will somehow. I mean, there was walk teams, then there was air shows. Everyone was doing air shows and hitting the HQ, then they brought out shields. Then people were doing Warpath, and then they brought out build bots. People doing backdoor attacks, and they brought out different kinds of counters, like again the shield generators and stuff like that. Then they brought out core for slash to counter slash. So every time something gets in the meta and you can't defend against it, the apes bring something out, and sack attacks will go there. Sack attacks will become a past of the meta. They'll still be effective like anything else. You can still slash some bases. You can still walk some bases. You can still air show some bases if you're very cautious in the way you do it. But walk teams have always been the meta. I can see a few people putting that in the chat. Walk teams always have, in some respect, whether it's a sack and walk, whether it's whatever it is. But yeah, I advise anyone, if you're struggling, go to healers. Try two healers. And long term, run with a walk team. And I know there's some people, and Sidanska there said, yeah, Smash teams got hit hard. They did. They really did. Again, because everyone was using them to such good effect. But, you know, and that's what happens. You know, things get countered and things become more apparent, less apparent. But, you know, don't put your eggs in one basket. I mean, now I'm thinking past. So you've got to think, okay, this is the meta right now. What happens if there becomes a counter to Golden? What am I going to do? What am I going to rely on? And my plan is to simply go to a walk and put smokescreen in there. And the idea of a walk is because with a walk, with a sacrifice attack, you waste the other bot's abilities so that they don't hit your team. So I can use Rook to pop the outpost or Blaster to try and take those abilities away from my team. And then I'm going to use Smokescreen just to take them out as quick as possible, because you don't want to be battling high level, high HP bots when you're getting smashed from all kinds of defenses. And for 3 ability points, Smokescreen is brilliant. So that's my plan B. You've got to have a sort of plan B in there. And I see Silverbot has asked Ratchet and Wheeljack or First Aid. Who do you guys think is the best? Who's the best healer in the game? Who do you guys think? Because I haven't found a real answer for this, so to speak. I've got my, obviously, opinions. I'd like to go back, actually, and go through the top 10 bots in the game and see who got the most votes for the best bot out of the healers. That'd be interesting, actually. Interesting. Yeah. These put Ratchet and Wheeljack by far. Reckon will First Aid. See? This is exactly it. This is exactly it. Everyone's, you know, everyone's sort of have different opinions. So yeah, and I agree. I don't think you can go out and categorically say, yeah, this healer is the best. It depends on your team, but for me, these guys make all the difference. These medibots, these guys make huge difference. Reducing 45% damage to those bots is incredible. You know, in terms of healing, I like First Aid healing, but yes, I agree. Ratchet and Wheeljack. Okay, here's what I've sort of my view on it. In terms of pure healing, without abilities aside, pure healing, I'd say Ratchet and Wheeljack over First Aid. But in terms of abilities, I'd say First Aid, because yes, you can say you've got Ratchets. I mean, forget ability 11, you can't include that because First Aid don't even have that yet. But talking about pure abilities, Ratchet has a heal bomb, which is reactive. It's reacting to your bots being in trouble or needing heal. Wheeljack speed up is kind of reactive. It's not preventive. It's more reactive again to when you need a speed up. Whereas the medibots are preventative, where you put them down before you get in trouble. You're not going to get in trouble and put the medibots down and go, all right, I'm sorted now. It's a bit too late then. You put them down at the beginning of the battle, and once I deploy these, I literally deploy them right at the start of the battle, and then don't even worry about them. I don't even consider them again. It's done. That's my healing done. I might use a Ratchet heal bomb if I get in trouble, but I don't want to get to that point. But it's done. That's it. I don't have to worry about it. I've got 45 extra protection in my team for at least 2 bots, and I think that's incredible. And I'm hoping for ability 11 you get 3 medibots, because that will be crazy. I think it really will. I mean, maybe it's a bit too much healing in the game already, but why not? Why not? Yeah, I see Grind Time asked who I've got Alpha Trion on. I've got Alpha Trion on Blades. I know that you've got an EO core, I think, on Blades, I think. I think so. But yeah, I get it. Does more damage. But for me, he's not really about damage Blades. It's more about... yeah, it's about damage. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not about... It's hard to explain. It's more distracting them and making them do damage to each other rather than damage you do. For me, this part of the attack, this is not the main part I use it. It's this part which does damage. This is the big damage. This will far outweigh this. So making an improvement to that is not that important. This is the main part. If I could improve that, brilliant. But yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine Blades ability 11 being that good. I really can't, because he's so overpowered, it's ridiculous. But I seen someone else earlier. Who was it? I'm trying to find it now. So Vincent Lee's put, how can they nerf Zac? There is not what you can do. Well, I'm sure you could have said that about Slash back in the day. How can you nerf Slash? It's impossible. She goes invisible, and they brought out a mine for it. So yeah, you know. I don't think they should change his so he gets stunned. But, you know, I'm trying to think outside the box. But what if they made it so that when you rush, the bots will still target you mid-ability. So we know that once the bot transforms, the bots disengage. What if when you rushed across the screen, so imagine that's Goldfire, and the bot transforms here that you popped, they will hit you mid-attack. If that's Silver Ball, your sack attack's finished, done with. If it's Smoke Screen, that's going to really hurt it as well. Same with the likes of Chromia. But again, that's more of a nerf, so I'm not too keen on that. But I'm just saying an example top of my head. But you don't know what's been planned. You don't know. Oh, it needs a core for defense. You know, I mean, we're already in the playtest talking about an anti-hack core for defenses. I'm not a big fan of anti-hack build bots. I think that to make a huge area anti-hack with just a build bot core is not fair. It totally eliminates hack completely. But if they give it to make it on a core, I mean, talking my base design, certain cores that I won't take off. I won't take off the Cybertron charge, so that's going nowhere. Well, maybe for a G Metal, but you know, that's going nowhere. Definitely not. High velocity shells is going nowhere. Anti-hack for these, well, yeah, I probably would. Yeah, that's worthwhile. And then these wouldn't change unless for a G Metal again. High velocity again. So these maybe. I'd probably swap these actually. Anti-hack, maybe the mortars, maybe, but you take away damage. So you've got a big question there. Do I take damage away to make them unhackable, or do I keep with the damage? And I like that. I like the fact that you've got to make a decision there. You know, and I've said that since the start, that people should have a choice and be sort of stumped on, okay, this is the good part of it, I like that, but then there's a downside. There should be a good part and a downside to everything. And I think that'd be really good if they brought out anti-hack cores as a universal core. And I think there's a big upgrade to defense coming eventually. And I think it'll be cores. I think we're well overdue some new cores. I know we got some released for HU17, but you know, I think the only new cores were the high velocity shells and buildbot cores. I'm pretty sure. So, you know, what if they brought out a core for turrets that stunned bots mid-attack, mid-ability? That would work. You know, there's loads of things they could do. Loads of things they could do. They could literally bring out... I mean, I don't like this idea. I thought about it. I liked the idea at first, but now I'm not too sure. They could easily bring out a anti-combiner structure. But I think the problem with that is that all they do is put it behind the HQ and no one would ever get to it and you can't deploy your combiner. And that's a big problem for me. But what they could do is just make it big. Like twice the size of this. But then it crowds the map. So, you know, suggestions there. But I think sack attacks will be a big focus for the apes. To have some way to counter it. Don't know what yet. But yeah, do. But, yeah, I don't want to deviate too much away from cores, like I said. But in terms of cores, I mean, outside of prime cores, other than volatile mixture, other than enhanced ordnance, there's not many cores that I use. You can see there, I've got 2 G Metal cores there that I do not use. All these bots are B-team bots. I mean, yes, Wallbuster and Sludge, definitely. Unless you've got ability 11, then I maybe consider not. But maybe Warbuster on Grimlock even. But you know, these bots are for Zen farming pretty much. That's the only reason they've even got cores. But they're nowhere near my team. And to the airbots, you can see enhanced ordnance. That's all we're going to use. Anything else like these will get fused, reflective coating. There's just not enough damage to airbots in general. Warrior bots, again, nowhere near the amount of protection, the amount of healing that prime cores give you, so don't bother with them either. And gonna cause again volatile mixture. This will get fused as well. You know, reduce damage from mortars and missile launch. I mean, if you could plan your attack to remove all the cannons and all the other defenses that are not in this list, then yeah, I get it. But for me, this reduced damage should be from cannons and mortars, or cannons and turrets, because you'll take out missile launchers, you'll maybe take out mortars, you'll take out beam lasers. They're gone pretty much already for most people that, you know, have jets. So protection against turrets and cannons will be more suited for this. But missile launchers are pretty much gone. So it's just mortars and 80. I mean, what does it go to? I mean, like 40%, is it, something like that? At a higher level. So yeah, it's around 40% that we get. Yeah, I was right. Not bad guess, was it? So yeah, so 40% damage reduction is good, but then do I think regular cores need improving? No, because that would then make prime cores a bit irrelevant. I think it needs to bring out a few more cores. We've suggested we'll talk about Prime League effects. So for those that fight in Prime League, what effects would you like to see? We were talking about this with the other testers about improving wars at the top level. I get a lot of people struggling at lower levels, but for me, like I said, I'm on, fingers crossed, 313 in a row. There needs to be something higher end because scores are going through the roof again already. It's too early for HQ18. We've actually had 17.5, so it needs something. And the first effects that got brought in actually got scaled back because people complained it was too hard just prior to release. But I want them back again. But what effects would you like to see? I'm intrigued to see how far you'd push it. I mean, to give you an idea, yeah, I can think of that. So, to give you an idea, hard mode at the minute gives 10% health for defenses, 15% DPS, and an extra 10% health for beam lasers and missile launchers. So it gets 10% and 10% again. And then, how would I find out the Prime League effects? I think it's in here, isn't it?
Autobots, roll out!
Prime League effects. 20% range increase for laser turrets and beam lasers, and 50% attack speed for mortars. That was 100 before it got dropped back. I think this is a bigger range as well, I think. What would you guys like to see in Prime Zone? Maybe attacking Prime Zone, that is. I suggested, I mean, this might be a bit unpopular. Depends on what sort of level you're at. But I suggested doubling the range of the Buildbot effect. I think that will help to combat sack attacks, because once you put a Buildbot there, you can see that range there. If you double that, you're talking out here. It covers half the base. So you can put one heal there, one heal over here, one over there, one up there, and the base is pretty much covered. You've got all the healing you need. So yeah, then you've got the 4 Steel Disruptors. I mean, that area's pretty good already. That's a pretty good area. I like that. I'd still make it even bigger. Maybe that needs to make it bigger. And then I've got Lightning Rod, which stops EMP. But you know, I just like a bigger effect for Force Field, because if you drop tracks here, that's not touching you. And once you get in range with Top Shot, it gets taken out. So we just need a bigger range. Definitely. And Cyberdan, I will talk about squad cores. We'll talk about that as well. I did forget, I'm not going to lie, but I will as well. Yeah, still, but I get it that you're struggling in Cyber as well. But these are, don't forget, these are Prime League effects coupled with hard mode. So, hard mode, let's be honest, it's hard. It's meant to be hard. It's called hard mode. And that's a big argument from the top players. You know, Prime League have its own effects, and then hard mode as well. And for me, hard mode will always be around this 10% health, 15% DPS, and I'd add something in here. I'm not saying it is the build box, but I'd add something in extra, and that will be pretty much standard. And in the Prime League mode, it's pretty hard as well, but it's when you put them both together, that's when it gets really hard. But I wouldn't get stuck on 300 in. I mean, people expect a 300 nowadays, and it's wrong. For me, I think that if you can beat commanders, that's what you should be looking for. Beating commanders. If you can beat commanders, then you just learn from your attacks, learn from the mistakes you've made, and that's when you'll, you know, how you'll improve, basically. But I'd like to see, like I said, the 100% speed come back to mortars. I think that, I'm trying to think, we've had something with launchers recently, we've had beam lasers at the minute and health. We've had something with mortars recently. So maybe something with cannons or turrets. We've had something with turrets, I think, in the last Prime League. Last Prime League effects. Something with shock towers. We've had them before, but MDS maybe even. Imagine putting something with the Prime League effects where the MDS has something. Wow, that'd be crazy. That would definitely make it hard. But you don't want to make Prime. That's the problem. I said this. The problem is that Prime League effects are designed not to be too hard, to not discourage people from going to Prime League, and so the hard mode effects are what make it hard, because it's called hard. But then those hard effects go into Cyber. That's the problem. I think Cyber needs different hard effects than a watered down hard effects than what Prime League does. That's the big problem, in my opinion. But yeah. It at least put 25% health and DPS to air turrets. I don't know. I don't think air turrets are that big a deal, but I get what you mean, because they're not a bigger deal, then maybe they'll be better, but I think it needs a lot more than that. But yeah. But yeah, Joseph Trillo said he put like stripes. I'd just put stripes on my team as well. But yeah, it's so hard with combat, so down to preference. As I was in a chat with someone in the China server about trench foot. I think trench foot's awful, but he says that he uses top shot and flak, top shot and blowpipe even. Top shot, blowpipe, I think it was in trench foot together, and it melts bases. Personally, I would never use fire drive or blowpipe, and I'd never use trench foot or cannon burst on my team. Not a chance. But you know, some people like it. You know, it works. Hey, it works. I can only advise you what I think, in my opinion, but hey, it's up to you. Really is. And yeah, what to look at if I can find them. Squad cores. Just want to put this out there. Do not buy these. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to look at the camera and say this. Do not buy these. Please do not buy these. Had so many complaints from the top guys how poor they are. Please, I've covered it before, but I'll say it again. A 1% chance of a G metal, and then you've got to split that between how many bots is available, which is probably about 30. So you've got a 0.001% chance of getting the 1 G metal that you want. Don't buy these. When you compare it to squad cores having a 10% at a G metal, and with a lot less cores, I think there's about 12, 14 squad cores. So you got a 1% chance of getting the one that you want. You know, don't bother. These squad cores are good if you run a lot of same class bots. I could put air command in mine quite easily, but again, I just don't need it. I just don't want air command in. I mean, the air command core is really good, but if you use like me, if you use tracks, jetfire, blades, yeah, brilliant. But I wouldn't take any of the prime cores off. And like I said, I've got EO core, I've got 2 healing cores, and I'm not gonna chase the 1 G metal enhanced whatever it's called. I mean, I'm not gonna chance this. Is it? No, it's not even air command attack, is it? It's the air core that increases damage. I'm not gonna chase 1 G metal out of possible. I don't know how many. I ain't gonna chase that. It ain't worth it. It really isn't. What else? Oh god! In terms of like I said, in terms of 5 stars, let's just have a quick look. So you can see there we're halfway to our next one. If we do leaderboard, we'll be at about 9,000 shards. So 1,000 off another one again. Someone asked about the new batch. We'll talk about that as much as we can. Shanix wise, almost hitting 50k. I bought a golden lagoon, so I put it back. But yeah, I need something to use that for. In terms of spark, I need something to use this on. And then in terms of these guys, it's literally just these. I need something to use them on. Bring on Blaster. Bring on Blades. Bring on Goldfire. Come on. We need this. We need this. Come on, guys. I'm trying to think anything we can do. We could do a bit of Zen farming maybe before we sign off. I don't mind. So I don't want to see a bit of Zen farming. I know we did a bit of Zen farming a couple weeks back, and Righteous, one of my moderators, messaged me and said, "I've used your tactic, and I can't believe like how effective it was and how much more Zen I got, and I can't believe I hadn't done it sooner." One of my moderators who's always in the channel and always on my streams and watching them, and yeah, just picked up on it. But you know, I'll keep banging that drum. I'll keep going on saying, this is how we Zen farm, this is how I do it, this is how I make the most out of it. And I'll be honest with you guys, there's guys that do a lot more than me, but they have a lot more bots than me. I'm leveling all my lower level bots, as I mentioned on last stream. I'm trying to get this guy up. This guy will be going up to 40. Time for leaderboard, I think. Maybe this weekend. Getting a few 3 stars up for Zen farm as well. I've never touched a single 3 star. And you know, I've got a lot of these at 40 ready. I think I've used a lot of my combiner. I think I've got Superior on left, I think. Yeah, I think so. Oh, wrong one. Really. I did that the other day. I took them into battle, think it was Zen. Used my war team, got some resources. Was pretty fuming. I'm not gonna lie. I weren't happy at all.
Autobots.
It's hard not to swear when I talk about things like that. This is what's left after all our Zen farming. I mean, I've got about 25 mil XP in reserve. It's crazy. But yeah. I think I'm looking at running 2 bots now. On some poor designs, I can run Sandstorm, Elite and Windblade, but they're not very powerful at the minute. I mean, Elite is only 48.4, so she's not powerful enough yet. She can solo with a combiner, but not on her own. So we're starting to do some duos, so to speak. What's that I'm going to do? I'm going to put Grapple in here now. It's good to do this. If you can solo with a certain pot, and you want to level another one, put him in, because the amount of XP you get from Zen farm is ridiculous. But we could 2-bot some of these. We've got Superion. Going to use him.
Combiner engaged.
Getting low on combiner roll, but hey. Always zone 13 for me. As high a zone as possible with as least bots possible. Pretty much like power leveling, so to speak. But the difference is that you can just back out of this. Don't worry about it. You will get more cells, guys. You won't get more bots. Once they're gone, they're gone. But talk about the new 5-star batch. So when we got them, I think that most people agreed that you know, the likes of Bumblebee and Impactor needed improvement, but yeah,
Deploy.
they've had slight improvements up to now. I personally think they need more. The apes aren't too sure, but we'll see where it goes. We'll see if we can get some improvement. And I get their angle. I'm not going to argue them too much because I understand their angle.
Abilities ready.
Huge amount of damage there. Sandstorm.
Abilities ready. Abilities ready. Abilities
You
ready.
see there, look at his healing bar going up. Absolutely ridiculous healing.
Abilities ready.
The guy's a monster. Let's just do more healing again. He does die quite quickly. There you go. I say that, but he did really well there. In terms of healing, he is ridiculous. He really is. I don't think there's a better bot apart from healers. And even then it's a push. Because it's like doing a ratchet heal bomb doing damage as well. It's crazy.
Autobots, roll out.
So what do you guys think of the 5-star batch as it is? What's your concerns? Which bot would you like to avoid? Considering B has got the lowest cost in the game. Pretty much. Is B a concern? Is C-Spray a concern? You know. Is Swoop a concern? He is for me, because of his low health. I know he's a fan favourite, but, you know, it is concerning. Okay. I'm going to try Windblade on this. No, she'll die too quickly. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Here's a little tactic. What level's my Sandstorm? My Sandstorm is level 6110. Oh no!
Jetfire.
Can we get Jetfire to go upwards? Yes! Success. Now simple air show.
Abilities ready. Abilities ready.
Put a shield on him. Because that turret is causing chaos.
Abilities ready.
Oh my days. Actually, Windblade, I'm going to take it out actually. Maybe a Lita. Maybe Drift actually.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
Oh, and Dial's going to put the outpost. That's why Dial's not a good idea. Now he's going to die. No, I ain't jumping anymore. I can't believe the air shot didn't work because I haven't took a big chunk of the base out. Damn.
Autobots, retreat.
I ain't jumping any more bots. Dial! God damn it. Eddie put Rook as the best bot to chase the new 5-star batch. I agree. I think so. I think Rook's really good. True, Hashton, but I'm saying, like, as it is now, who do you think's the best bots?
Autobots,
Which bots do you like
roll
out?
out.
Let's put some more warp bots in there now. Got a couple of tanks in there, so put him in there. We'll put a rush bot. You never know. Maybe an easy rush. This 4-star's already on a water team with high HP and a great ability that pops outposts and just devastating AoE. 5-star only boost 4-star. That's true. And his ability 11 isn't out yet. Exactly, yeah. Jamie got a Chrome Jetfire. Chrome Jetfire? There's no Chrome Jetfire in the game. You mean a Chrome Jetfire core? There's no Chrome Jetfire. What do you mean by that? My affiliate's asking when the new batch is coming. For leaderboard. I reckon next week. I reckon next week we'll have Snapdragon, so make sure you tune in for that. And I think we'll have the new 5-star batch as well. So next week could be a big stream with possibly putting a 5-star crystal, showing Snapdragon, and showing the new 5-star batch in all its entirety. So yeah, Jamie Jada, yeah, the Chrome Jetfire core is pretty poor, but keep hold of it because they are looking at those cores to make an improvement. So yeah, stay tuned. Right, have I got a bot that can do this now? Have I? I'm gonna run 2. I'm gonna run Sentius and Springer.
Deploy.
I want to hit that beam laser up there with this. Nope. Ah, there we go. And then he gets a shield as well.
Ability ready.
Get him back there and heal Sensius. I was scared then, but then I seen Nemesis Prime come out, so now I'm not too scared. Put a shield on him, just to save a bit. Once I put that outpost, then it's game over.
Abilities ready.
There we go. That was touch and go then, not gonna lie. Get him up there. Like he's moonwalking. Try to do some damage to these defenses and get them down. Why is it that turret's always left over? Let's get him up there with Sentius. And then it's game over then. Cool. Done. It was never in doubt, Grand Time. Never in doubt. Jamie or Jada, I wouldn't it depends on the bots. If you want to complete Superior or not.
Autobots, roll
You're missing
out.
like Jetfire and not Jetfire, no, Firefly, and maybe Air Raid. Then yeah, I'd look at maybe using them. But if you're missing Power Glide, then don't chase him. Don't bother. Don't bother, bud. It ain't worth it. So now, yes, we've used all our solo bots pretty much, and we're going into double bots. Couple more attacks, and then we'll call it a night. Because it is a night here. Okay. You later. Finish off. That's the plan.
Now, reap the whirlwind. Superior.
Should have popped all three, really. I should just pop one, but never mind. I think we're going to fail this one, but hey. Uh-oh.
Abilities ready.
Let's get her out of trouble. Get up there. I think she's going to struggle there, I think. And I don't think I can get Windblade up there because it's such low health, so I think we're going to lose this one, sadly.
Autobots,
Shouldn't have popped on them
retreat.
outposts. Popped too many. Grindtime, don't listen to him. Collect them all. Yeah, come from the guy that's got 20,000 5-star shards, which is crazy. Good luck, Grindtime. I want to see all four of them over at least level 60 during the leaderboard.
Autobots, roll out.
Okay, last battle of the night, guys. So don't forget to tune in on Saturday for the big interview with Dale. Next week we'll have Snapdragon. We'll have the new 5-star batch probably as well, and then probably a 5-star pull. So me and Jake will have to stay up late for one night, I think, just to pull that. Going to be a big night next week, and then the leaderboard weekend, which could be interesting as well.
Deploy.
I
Attack.
do reckon no. I want to try and path these guys upwards, so we'll put him there and we'll hopefully walk around here then. Oh yeah, I forgot we got stripes. Just do a bit of a outpost pop in there. Now what we can do is, when the outpost bots get attracted, we can just go bang like that, do some serious damage to Megatron, and then do some serious damage again when they get attracted to him. Take that shock tower out. I want to take the HQ down now, so we can do this like that. I don't even need combiner maybe for this. Maybe we will. It depends. No. Job done. Base down, easy. Jamie Grindtime does have a YouTube channel, so yeah, make sure you go and check it out. Simply Grindtime. Plain and simple. Alright, cool. Well, thanks for tuning in. I'm not too sure if NJ Hoist's stream has started yet or about to, but make sure you go and tune in. I'm going to go over there now and see if it's ready to go or whether it's starting. Make sure you go and see that, guys. I think it might be starting in half an hour, I think. If I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But, yeah. Tune in next Wednesday. Don't forget. Tune in this Saturday. Going to be a great Q&A with Dale. And make sure you subscribe, guys. Like I said, we've had no subscribers this stream, but yeah, no one subscribed yet during the stream, which would be interesting when someone does. Get the notification up. We're going to start doing some more giveaways and streams. We're going to be doing loads in Discord at the minute, but yeah, we tend to do loads on the stream and then loads in Discord, and it's sort of on a whim really. But yeah, I need to get more organised and do more between both, not just one or the other. But we've currently got a competition in Discord for the most underrated bots. We've just done a bit of trivia as well, so go and check that out. And yeah, we're giving some codes away this weekend in Dale's interview for some of the best questions. And Dale will be choosing, nothing to do with me, no influence at all. Dale will be choosing the best questions to get a Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystal. So make sure you tune in for that. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. See you weekend, and peace out.